So I might be in trouble for buying options. So this is why it's important to stick to your strategy and not deviate, not get greedy. So as you should know, I bought options for Ford. I bought several times. Last time I bought was call options at $1 with a strike price of 9.87. So that means, which expires January 17, 2020. So that means for me to break even and not lose my money, I would need the Ford stock to reach 9.87 plus 1 before January 17, 2020. So before January 17, 2020, so in less than a year and a half, I need the Ford stock to reach 10.87 for me to break even with this option. Anything more will be profit. And if it starts moving right now before the expiry date, it might also go above 1. So it depends on time value of money. For worst case scenario, I need the stock to reach 10.87 for January 2020. And that's for this call option. But I've also bought some more in my RSP account at $1.50. So in this case, I would need the stock to reach 11.37 before January 2020. So that's in September, October, November, December. So that's exactly in 1 year and 4 months. The Ford stock dropped very hard yesterday, reached a new 52-week low of 9.42. So the new CEO, Jim Hackett, wants to eliminate models. Instead of having, let's say, 90 models worldwide, just have like 20 models so that they can cut a lot of costs. But the issue with that is obviously every country has their own regulation. So not one model can pass certification in several countries. So that could be an obstacle. So it looks like the Ford stock dropped because of Jim Hackett's plan that was revealed on how he plans on cutting costs for Ford in the next 5 to 10 years. Also the fact that he plans to reduce spending by $14 billion over the 2018-2022 period. So he's got a new strategy called One Ford. And the idea is to boost earnings by radically simplifying Ford's product lineup. Instead of having 100 models like I mentioned, he'll be focused on only having 20 to 30 global models. And also, we'll be sharing the same platforms on different models. Therefore, we'll be cutting costs. So basically, he wants to eliminate duplication of effort. So save costs on engineering. So it looks like a good plan, but I mean, the stock is dropping hard because of it. So we'll see what happens. So I'm not worried about the stock that I bought because eventually it'll go back up. And while I'm waiting, I'm collecting dividends. So I'm not worried about the $10 here or the 10.95 here. What I'm worried about is the options that I bought at 1.5, because that means that stock needs to reach 11.37 before January in 14 months or 16 months. So the fact that there's a deadline, that's what bothers me. But the reason I buy options is because there's more volatility and more potential to make higher gains, like 50%. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to buy any more options. I'm going to wait. But definitely Ford itself as a stock is a great buy opportunity right now, paying almost 6% dividends, and it's at a new 52-week low. Everything went down yesterday because of the news between Turkey and USA, the feud that both presidents are having. The Turkish lira dropped almost 40% compared to the dollar, and now the Turkish president wants to boycott US electronics. So we'll see what happens. I don't understand the relation of this news with the general stock market. I mean, this news does not affect the operations of the companies. It does not affect their profits, yet stock prices have dropped because of it. So whenever something like this creates a drop in the stock market, it generates a good buying opportunity, because eventually the news will go away and then people will focus on the general operations of the company and realize that there was no reason for the stock to drop this hard. So American Airlines dropped. So I bought at 37. It's trading right now at 36.79. Dividend 15 split corp still the same, but at least it started to pay out dividends. L Brands still trading in the 31s. WestJet that I bought at 18.65 trading at 17.31. Walmart that I bought at 86 trading at 80, closed at 89.64. So this is my only profitable position right now in my RSP. So let's look at my TFSA. So yesterday I bought some Bank of New York Mellon at 50.5, closed at 50.14. Got my Ford options in stocks. Starbucks that I bought at 51, trading closing at 51.81, and AT&T that I bought at 32, closing at 32.21. If you look at my balances, it dropped to 6,400. I was at 6,600. Now I'm at 6,400, and if we look at my RSP, I was above 9,000 in my RSP. Now I'm at 8,500. So it's mostly because of my Ford options and a combination of everything else. So it's important to be patient and not panic and not sell. Just wait, and eventually things will go back up. It doesn't have to, not everything has to go back up at the same time. I mean, one stock can go up, I'll sell, and then the other one goes up, then I'll sell, and eventually my balance will recover. So I still have an order on Power Financial Corp in my RSP at $30. Let's see what happened to it yesterday. So it looks like the lowest it reached was 30.30. Was that yesterday? Okay, no, that was not yesterday. So I'm going to keep it at that price, given that everything is dropping because of all the news right now. So I'm going to leave it at 30, see what happens. I'm going to place a selling order on Bank of New York Mellon. Place it at maybe, let's say 55 or 56. So I bought a 50, so maybe 55.5. So my 21 shares, limit price, 55.5. Good till canceled, sell. So sell 21 BK at 55.5, limit good till canceled, send order. And now it's queued because it's only 7 a.m. So what are some of my stock recommendations? Well, obviously Ford, Bank of New York Mellon that I just bought yesterday, Power Financial Corp that I've got an order on at 30. Harley Davidson also dropped 4% yesterday. That might be a good buy. Harley Davidson trading at a 52-week low, not even a 52-week low, but closer to 52-week low of 39. It's trading at 41.38 and pays 3% dividends. GM also would be a good buy, trading at 36 right now. Pays pretty good dividends also, pays 4% dividends right now. It's got a 1-year target of 46, so that's pretty good. Whirlpool, I'd definitely watch Whirlpool. I would not buy it at this price, but definitely watch it. Close to 100, I'd buy it if I have liquidity. eBay, if you like eBay, it looks like it's going to drop even harder today. It's going to reach 30. It's in the low 33s. I think it reached 32 last week. Yeah, so the lowest of the year is 32.85, which it reached last week, sorry. So definitely a stock worth watching. WestJet also looks like a good buy, trading at 17. ABX, if you like gold. Personally I would not buy it, but it's definitely well priced right now. ExxonMobil I'd watch, maybe 76. It's dropping again. Maybe around 76, 75 would be a good buy. So definitely a lot of buying opportunities right now. Could even add Barclays, trading at 9.55. So yeah, so this was a quick overview of my portfolio. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or you can contact me directly on my website, which I'll provide the link below the video. If you can open an account with Questrade, use my referral code at the bottom of the video, so we can both get between $25 and $250, depending on your initial deposit. Thanks for watching.